There's an architectural historian, Nicholas Pevsner, who has a really great quote. He says, "Architecture, like government's about as good as the people deserve." And it's true, and when you get a good client, you can make a good building. And that's what happened here. Doesn't always happen. And we were fortunate we also had a good contractor, and interiors are great. So when you look at that small village working in concert, you can achieve a good result. And I believe that what happened here is testament to that. Okay, my name is Jerry Stevens. I'm a lifelong Marion Countian, except for brief periods in the military and away different venues. I've lived here most of my life. Been in the design business for about 35 years. I was an associate with HTRA Architects for 16 years. And then in 1999, I went out on my own and started Shibui Studios to concentrate primarily on residential work.
My name's Holland Drake with Drake Construction Services. We build high-end homes and commercial projects in Ocala. My family's been building in Ocala for 5 generations. The shell of this home is like a Yeti cooler on a slab. Okay. It's built from autoclaved aerated concrete. It's concrete that is designed to block thermal energy.
Do you have a sample?
Yeah, here's a sample of AC, and that's a core of the going through the building to do a penetration through the wall.
Well, balance of light in any building is always important because you want to reduce glare. There are a couple of restaurants in town you can go visit that have wonderful north light. They're looking out on a park or a square. But when you're sitting in them, if I'm sitting across from you and the glass is behind you, I can barely see you because there's no balance of light. There's not a good balance of light. So anytime you're dealing with a space that's more than one room wide, you try to introduce as much of that as you can, with the bonus in this case that everywhere you look it's pretty outside. It's nice to look at. It's very pastoral. And of course the horses are wonderful to see when they walk by. Well, I suppose the room we're in now, in the old days we would sort of call it a Florida room. It's basically a porch-like appendage to the living area. It has these wonderful steel frame doors with the skylights over them. Another thing in this room, a technique we've used, again, a humble material, above the end walls, you'll see a little tympana of mirror up above. You don't really read it as a mirror. When you come in as a visitor, your eye sees it as the space continuing over the wall. Usually you mention a mirror to somebody and, oh my God, we're going to put a mirror in here? What are we going to do with a mirror? But don't think of it as a mirror. Think of it as the reflection that the mirror produces, so that when I'm in this space, above the level line that I see moving around me and transparent into the living area, it basically looks as though the space is extending. I believe that was a collaboration. We started with the paneling. And I can't really tell you how they came about, other than one day the light bulb went off. Well, hey, we have an opportunity here to hide all these doors. Let's see if we can do it. And it came off pretty effective when the doors are closed. And the simple panel pattern makes that easy. It's not a lot of extruded moldings and those types of things. Really not that difficult to do here. We took solid core doors and veneered them with the paneling.
The steel windows are a big part of the design of this home. Early on when I was value engineering it, I showed her where she could save $100,000 on high-end Anderson windows versus steel windows. She insisted on the steel windows. One of the things she mentioned to me was that opening a steel door is like opening a Rolls-Royce door.
Bold color's good, especially in a space like this. And the best part of that kitchen, I think, is the butler's pantry. Something everyone would appreciate, everyone would use. I think we would all kill for more space like that in our homes, so that our kitchen was maybe not so big. It's just a place where we did the basics and everything else happened in the butler's kitchen. And the luminous ceiling in the kitchen dining area is with Lexan panels, and the lighting is very uniform in those translucent panels. So just a very different, something you would never see in a home today, I have to admit, and it was a challenge. I have to credit the contractor for helping us work that out and get the light right. Again, things that I can't do that they tweak and make things better.
Well, we have translucent paneling between all the beams, the wood beams, above the wood beams, and then the lighting's above the translucent panels. So basically the whole kitchen is evenly lit. We craftily finished the cabinets where they appear to look like purple heart, constructed out of purple heart African wood.
Well, the master suite, and we'll call it a suite because it has another space associated with it. Just a pleasant space to come at the end of the day, and it has the bonus of having the study on one end, which can house grandkids or guests, or it can also be function as a study if you need a retreat. If you have guests in the home, that suite can be completely isolated. The interiors there, again, sort of the over-the-top, back into a 20s or 30s Hollywood with the lay of the sheets and the bedspreads and those kind of things. It's one's particular taste coming to light in that space is what makes that what it is. And I think that was true in the bathroom as well. I think she related the vanity in there, which has this very unusual scallop front on it, which is an extremely Art Deco 30s. And she told Holland, the contractor, well, just make a shape with a can as a form and I'll tell you when to cut it off, which she did. So actually a lot of these pieces that are in here were purpose-built. Other two bedrooms on the other end, you have two suites basically there, some unique showers, unique use of tile, frameless glass enclosures that can continue the ethic that you see here. The contemporary feel continues, or the old feel, whichever one you wish to choose to name it, continues into those spaces as well.
If I had to pick my favorite part of the project, what really sets it apart after this and after watching movies with Meryl Streep, and you see like the home she's in, it's steel windows, and so I would say that's what sets it apart from other homes, and then obviously how it was constructed.
Well, I think the property and the site certainly set the stage. Ocala is known for the rolling hills and the big oak trees, the last bands of hardwoods that come down from the north, and every now and then you'll see a sable palm stuck up in the landscape. It's kind of a unique landscape. And to have a little bit of rolling terrain in Florida is unusual. Most people think of Florida as dead flat. And this property has all of those elements. It has the wonderful oak trees, a little bit of rolling pasture land behind us. And Ocala and Marion County, that's one of our signature devices that we have that's on site, so to speak. And that certainly supports what we were trying to do here. You want to look out and see as much of that as you can as you move around the building. You want to bring the outside in as much as you're able. And that was another goal, to be able to see this iconic landscape that's around us here.